everybody. It's Miss Rosa. I hope you guys are feeling better than I have been feeling. I don't feel well. I still feel sick. Losing my voice. Talking funny. I think you can tell, right? So, what can I say? Well, I'm sick because I can't think too well, but my ears hurt, my nose is stuffed up, my head hurts right here. I just came from my chiropractor for my back. So I want to just share something with you guys that to me it doesn't make sense. I live near a hospital, right? And living near a hospital, I am able to see doctors and nurses taking a break around that area, right? And the thing about that is, I'm driving by and they have their white coat on because the white coat is for doctorate, or I guess nurses, higher up nurses, and they just are pulling out a cigarette and they're smoking, smoking. They pull it out and then they just think that they can just smoke. A lot of you guys don't understand that. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Smoking is a habit, okay? It's an addiction. Can you break that addiction? Of course. Can you not smoke cigarettes? Of course. Can you avoid becoming an addict? Yes, you can. I think so. Personally, I think so. Avoiding becoming an addict of cigarettes or drugs or anything like that is just to not take it. And also being mindful about how much you're taking it. And even though doctors prescribe medication for you, sometimes those medications are medications that are addictive, very addictive, to the point that people don't know when to stop, and they need it and need it, and they need prescription because they don't know how to function without them. And guess what happens? You get the prescription, you're an addict. But when I see doctors, because doctors, they go to school. They go to school for like 10 years. You learn about addiction. You learn about how to help the sick, right? Doctors, yes, there's different type of doctors. I agree. But when I see doctors who work in a hospital, you know that they deal with trauma, traumatic stress, trauma like a gunshot maybe, huge wounds, infection, surgery, high blood pressure, heart attack, many other things, many other things. And then they give you medication, right? And then you tell them as a doctor, at least when I've gotten to the hospital, they tell you what not to do, right? So you need to rest. You need to make sure that if you are trying to get better, you don't do the same thing as you was doing before. Well, how about you give yourself some advice? Because I hate people, like, that's hypocritical to me. How do I see doctors, smoking. You know that cigarettes is an addiction. It's bad for you. It's bad for your lungs. It's bad for kids smelling it outside. It's bad for... It's secondhand smoke too. It's worse. It's bad. My parents in my country used to smoke all the time. All the time. I was around smoke every single day. But how is it you're a doctor and you're telling me you're supposed to be a doctor, you're supposed to know things better, right? How are you smoking? Don't you know that's bad for your lungs? Right? And then you're gonna tell me, oh, in order for you to feel better, make sure you don't smoke, you don't do this, you don't do that. You smoking. I've seen nurses, I know people personally who work as nurses. They see so many chaos. They see so much pain in in the hospital. They see so much pain. Why do you keep smoking? Why do you keep trying to kill yourself? A lot of people don't think that health is important. But right now, I'm sick. I don't feel well. I'm not myself. I don't look myself. I'm coughing like crazy. I'm not me. I don't like being sick. I know viruses are around. I know things. I can't even talk. This is what I talk about. We forget about how important our health is. You don't start changing until you have a heart attack, or you're on the verge of getting high blood pressure or becoming diabetic. We don't change until we see or somebody tells us that we're damaging ourselves or that you're overweight. And that's the only time you start exercising. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? Why do we wait till somebody says, hey, wear your jacket. Don't be like, when it's cold, wear your jacket so you don't get a cold. Hey, stop smoking, you know? Or you're overweight. A lot of people say, I'm gonna die anyways. Yeah, you're gonna die. We're all gonna die. But how is it that you wanna die? You wanna die in pain? Where you can't even wipe your own butt? And you're put in a nursing home where people don't really care about you? Because not all nursing homes are like nice, the good, the best, whatever. Or do you wanna die as having a sufficient life where you're able to take care of yourself, you're able to live in your own home? All the McDonald's, all the Burger King, all the food that you eat, all the fast food, it's not good for us at all. They're killing us. You're killing yourself. Stop with the nonsense. You know better. My thing is that, how is it that we have doctors telling us what to do? They see so much suffering, so much pain. How are you still able to smoke? Go outside and smoke. And put it out in the air out there around children too. Get out of here. Why is it that it's so difficult for us to change? Why is it that we know what to do, but we don't want to do it until we're on the verge of dying or something happening to us that is going to impact us big? Whether it's surgery, whether it's losing a leg because you become diabetic. Not being able to eat your food that food that you wanted to eat before. So you start exercising, so you start walking, so you start eating healthier. Why is it that you keep smoking that cigarette, you keep smoking and smoking and smoking, and then later on in life you're not able to run, your lungs are giving up, you know? And just like I sound right now with a cold, that's how people sound when they're smoked so much their whole entire life. Maybe not everybody, and maybe you don't care, but I care, so I'm trying to share that. If you're a young youth, a young child in school still, you have options to make good choices. Make those good choices. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's against the norm. People might call you crazy. You eat too healthy, because I've been told that too. I don't eat chicken anymore. I don't eat chicken because of all the injection that they put in the chicken and all those things, the chemicals. Doesn't taste good at all. Get out of here. Educate yourself. Learn something. All right, you guys. Love you. I hope you took this to heart. Share it, because somebody might need to hear it. Have a good afternoon.